Hey everybody, it's LA Wolfpack. I'm here with Red Jackets.
What's up?
Unfortunately, Gladiators has had to leave us, so it's just the two of us for now. Hoping maybe Newark Cherry Blossoms will join us in this chat later. So a couple of things before I get started, because I can and I have y'all's attention. I want to just mention really quickly that the Kansas City Chiefs have a really interesting schedule. They're playing the Texans to start the season, which is no slouch, and they're playing the Ravens in Week 3. Uh, I'm all in on hoping to see these Chiefs go back and maybe even repeat. But we'll see. All right, so I'm gonna get started here. Week 13 against the Pirates, and Pirates no longer in the league, but they were the season 1 champions, which was really cool. So big fan of the Pirates for that. And let's get this puppy underway.
Yep. All right. What's the stream business in the
Well,
yeah, Wolf Balloon, I think that's stream.
Aloof, Aloof's got to. Oh, I think he's asking why he's not in the not in this chat right now. That's the question. So if you want to maybe throw Aloof the stream roll if he wants to hop in on here, I'm gonna get this game
Yeah.
underway. So we're gonna get started playing these Pirates. They're a pretty solid team at 4-4, I believe. I'm already in the game at this point, so we're gonna get underway. Starting with the football, and we're gonna start just past our own 20-yard line. So somebody tried to run it out, and obviously didn't do a very good job. So unfortunate, but it is what it is. All right, so yeah, the stream roll is towards the bottom of our rules list. Red Jackets,
Right.
if you want to
Yep.
throw it on them. So
I'll
this will
throw it
be
on just.
interesting in terms of personalities around this league. Aloof is definitely one of the bigger ones. He's a newer addition, but we love him dearly. So here's hoping he'll get in here. And there's a stiff arm by Romer, breaking free for a big gain and a 26-yard catch and run by Romer. We're out here trying to avoid relegation, similar to Red Jackets, but we're in I think we're in a little bit better position.
All
Eh,
right. Welcome Aloof Balloon to the stream.
Oh shit! All right, what's going on, guys?
Hey, what's going on, Aloof? I'm gonna really quickly just turn down your user volume because you're hella loud. But maybe let's try that. Let's try that. It's probably better.
Come on, man. You're already coming at me. I've been in here for 30 seconds.
Oh no, it's Red Jackets is turned down too a little bit. Don't worry. I'm just making sure that all my
He wants
levels are set
priority in
right.
his stream.
Yeah, something like that.
I just got off an interview with Tampa. I hope I wasn't blaring.
Tampa has volume controls and all the stuff where he can edit that in post if he really feels like it. So,
Did you see how professional he was? This guy came in with a
oh, and really quickly,
I mean kimono, and this guy comes in with a tie.
hey, I was interviewed by him last. I know because I showed up to the interview in a suit and his camera didn't work. And I'm still upset about that because I actually trimmed my beard for the first time in like a month and a half.
These are the behind the scenes things that they just don't show you.
Really, it was painful. I had to sit there and I had to go, do I really want to do this? And I said, let me look the best to represent the council in a positive light, only to find out that it didn't, that it was all for naught. That was heartbreaking, truly. So we've had a rough start to this game. We threw a pick, but luckily there was no score off of it. So we're started 8-0 with 7 seconds left in the first, and we see an opportunity for a long ball here if we line it up right. But we get sacked because of course we
Do
do.
I change the RBA stats to the total, right? Because this is the last deadline.
Yeah. So
All right.
total will show you after week 17.
Yeah, I'm gonna submit them right now. I mean, yours not in there, but yeah, I'm gonna submit these guys right now. So let's
Yeah.
oop.
We're in trouble for sure. 4th and 11 here, but we're gonna get the pickup and then a little bit extra. Or 4th and 8, sorry. But we're trying to move down the field. We got a bit of lag going on. Our phone's trying to deal with the fact that it's porting our video to our computer. So the real question, Aloof, is what have you seen in the league recently that you think is good, you think is bad? Like let's hear some opinions from somebody who I'm not constantly talking to every day.
Oh man, you're gonna give me an open platform like that? All right, so
I
here's my thing.
Sure, hit me.
There is there's so much disrespect going on for the foundation that
No.
I've taken it upon myself to be the spokesperson for that fantastic group of guys. I mean, everyone talks about Premier League. They're the gods. Their poop don't stink. I get it. All right, moving on. Right? Everyone wants to talk about champions. Are they going to get promoted? Are they going to get like? Nobody talks about Ultimate, which is fine with me.
I mean, I think it was who was it that said Ultimate is the middle child of this group? Was that you?
Not
That
me.
was me, and it
Oh.
is. It's very true. They definitely are. But the foundation, we're like chicken liver to you guys. I mean, I don't know what that means, but what I guess what I'm trying to say is you guys are still shitting on us, and so I've taken it upon myself to be bad so that I stay in the foundation, so that I can protect it. That's
Wow.
That's really noble of you.
Wow.
that's the sacrifice I'm willing to make.
Pickle. I gotta text Pickles real fast. Like, dude, you're getting trashed on. You're not even taking care of the foundation.
No, hold on. Hold on. Pickles is the man. Pickles is the captain. I got nothing bad to say about Pickles.
It's just the rest of you. That's where this is going.
Yeah, this is for everyone else, right?
So we had a fumble. We caused a fumble here, and I don't think it was any of my name players, which is unfortunate because we're trying to rack up them stats to maybe get on the All Alliance team because there's nowhere else we're gonna go. Because we are probably garbage enough to be in Foundation, but it's all right.
Yeah, see, there you go.
See, but here's the thing: is it used to just be 32 teams, and then even when it was what was it after that? It was, but even when we went to 48, it was still like I was good enough with 48 of us to not get relegated, and now with 70 of us, or
70.
we're almost at 70, I think, and it's like, well, now there's enough people who are better than me that I'm gonna get relegated.
Can we talk about Wolfpack playing left or right for a second? I mean,
Okay, so I'm a lefty. I'm sorry. It's really there's nothing I can do about that, dude.
chat P for psychotic people, right? I mean, come on, what is going on? I don't know how you do it.
It works better for me than right to left works for you. So maybe you should try switching it up.
Yeah.
It can't be much worse. There you go.
Hey, you know what? Left to right, or right to left. Jeez, it flows off better.
I disagree. I think left to right's the only. I think left to right's better. I think you're wrong.
Oh, man.
I'm a firm believer in the left to right crowd because there are so few of us.
Hey, you know what? We have a common joke at my work. You said you're left-handed, right?
Yeah.
We have a common joke in my work that left-handed people are the spawn of Satan.
That's
just my opinion.
See, that's not just your work though. That's actually that was a common belief throughout much of history, was that left-handed people were actually the spawn of Satan.
Oh, boy.
Which is super interesting to me as a concept. You know what? We're not going to score a touchdown here. We're going to end the game on a sack, which is lovely. But we're going to win that first game 24-9, which is a good one. Red Jackets, if you could throw that in the sheet while we're moving along. Let's take
24-9, 10-4, buddy.
Let's take a look at these because we want to release those standings as soon as possible for everyone else. I know we're holding everyone up here.
Did. I just released standings.
Well, I'll be a little late to the party, then it's fine. Only 3 touchdowns for Allison, which is kind of disappointing. All 3 of them to Mosley, who's been a decent, he's been a decent replacement for Desir, but he's not doing what I want him to do. He's not being as good as I want him to be, and we're gonna actually max out Allison at 5 stars right now. But he's probably getting cut after this season because let's be real, I can't afford to pay the guy.
Yeah, Mosley's no Steeler, that's for sure, or even a Medbane.
Well, Desir was my old guy, and when Red Jackets was editing those videos, and you can find them on this channel, my first couple seasons of videos, Desir was an absolute beast, and Mosley's all right, but he's no Desir. Mosley's a wide receiver 2 put in a wide receiver 1's shoes, and Desir was like DeAndre Hopkins. He'd turn anything into touchdowns, dude. There
Welcome
was.
to the party, Newark Cherry Blossoms. I think he said give them a second. But yeah, Desir was the bomb.com. I mean, he was just out there making plays. Like, if that's anyone that should have been on all lines, was Desir.
Oh, absolutely, and I'm disappointed, but I think his stats are saved in my Hall of Fame somewhere. So maybe maybe someday I'll string together a Desir highlights reel. Although to be fair, that would just be my first 2 seasons of highlight reels, anyways, because I think everything I threw was to Desir, and we're gonna have a couple dodges for a diving touchdown by Romer, 24 yards, a couple of nice just kind of hop, skip, and a jump over the defenders right there, and they thought they had him down at the 5, but we're gonna absolutely fail on the 2-point. It's fine. So we're gonna start this game 6-0. We're gonna get the ball back at midfield. I think the hardest thing in this game is finding open receivers. Just so often I'll go to a guy and then like a defender will come out of nowhere and close that gap that I thought I had and really just make it difficult to score.
Man, Wolfpack, you have balls of steel, man. Your quarterback is getting drilled on every throw. I mean, he waits to the last second.
He really does. He really does.
Holy
because to get a 10-yard play, you need to sacrifice the QB every play to get those deep balls, and that was a little deep. That should have been a touchdown right there. That's disappointing.
That's why we were talking about the O-line. That's why we're talking about.
Yeah, we were talking about O-line, and let's be real. I'm looking at getting one because this is no good. I can't keep playing like this.
But we were also saying you have to 2 to 3. Like you have to have 2 to 3 of them to even make a difference, apparently.
But like I have the space. I have the space to do it. So if I can pick up a couple of linemen in the 3rd round, I'll do that.
I don't know, man. I think they're just as useless as the kicker. I don't think
Right.
they gotta...
No, they are proven to give you more time to throw, and when like me you like your deep ball, like that is actually a something that I'm very seriously considering because I know that I like to throw deep, and so it's like as a result it just makes sense.
Honestly, that might be something I'd try in a personal save. I wouldn't try that in like my RBA save yet, but we'll see.
My thing is, I'm not doing good enough. I need to change up something. So I want to see if giving myself more time to throw means less, because I'm getting sacked a little over once a game on average.
Yeah.
And some guys are getting sacked like 3 times in a season. So it's like if I can cut down the number of sacks and increase the time I have to throw and get those deep balls out, I think I have a good chance of doing a lot better in this league. And there we go, a jumping catch 15 yards by Mosley in the middle of the end zone. We're going to get a touchdown there. I'm hoping that not everyone thinks I'm absolutely crazy for trying to pick up O linemen maybe this offseason, but we might even run through our draft at that point. We'll see how tired Red Jackets is after we've run through, because we're gonna do weeks 13 to 17, and we're probably gonna go right into playoffs just because we can.
Because you're the Wolfpack.
Because I have unlimited stamina. Unlimited stamina. I can go forever, and we're gonna prove that now.
You're cutting off Blossoms. What's you saying? I thought he was saying something.
I think Aloof might have said something.
That was Blossoms. I'm watching him right now.
I'm not seeing the ring.
I proposed doing like a complete meme strat, like.
How do you like? What would you do in that?
Like, if I was really just trying to screw around, I'd probably go, like, full offensive line and try and go all in on the run game.
I've done it. I did it on a personal... I did it on a personal save to get the 1,500 rushing yards or whatever it was in a season. And it worked okay. I don't like running because I don't feel like I'm doing a lot, but it worked all right. And we're going to get a 16-yard run across the face of the end zone there by Romer to drive it in, and that's going to be a touchdown. So we're gonna be on top now, 30-0, which is good. These are the kind of games I need. Although they're going to score on me right now. Hang on. So we were talking in Red Jacket's stream about giving Ince the season 3 title because of recent events, and Ince actually just messaged me, and they said, "Wow, I would be totally honored to carry the title for this great league. Yes, I will accept." Hang on, we
Also,
gotta.
we have the season 3 champions official.
I'm gonna. It is official.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
I'm gonna see if Ince has a second to maybe hop in this stream and give a speech.
Really,
Yeah, where's the music? Cue the
I'll
music.
take care of that. I'll take care of that. Let me give you a second.
Okay, yeah, sure. Deal with that. Let's continue this game. I'm sorry we had to shoot Ince a message and make sure that they know that they are being, heard right now. This is breaking news.
Shut up and listen.
What kind of music do we need? We gotta get some. Let's see. Let's get some music up in here. I think.
Well, you don't want to get demonetized. You might want to do something that's not
True.
I'm not gonna get money from this anyway, so it doesn't matter. Demonetization's not a problem for me. I'm not monetized in the first place.
You don't want that lawsuit.
Screw the lawsuit.
They're not gonna sue me for using their music. I just won't make any money from it if this video would have ever made money.
Let's see. Where's my boy Enz at? That's the RP.
Yeah,
Out
I
there.
typed in free music, no copyright, and this is what I got.
Fair
You
enough.
need free. We can work with this. Have we sent Ince the stream permissions, and do they know?
I'm looking for Enz right now. There we go. My guy Enz has stream permissions.
Just add him in the general and let him know, because I think he said he would join. I may have to server mute everyone else really quickly so that we can get a speech from Ince.
Yeah, I got you. I gotta take care of that. Just tell me what you want.
Just mute everybody and get Ince in here. That's what I want. And I just got a pass batted down at the line. That is the first time that has ever happened for me.
Having a pretty good game right here, though.
Pretty solid, yeah. 38-6. We're gonna try to make this turn into another touchdown here if we can get the right. I mean, yeah, we made the comment about my quarterback being drilled every play. The man. We pay him good money. We expect great things. And that includes him sacrificing his body for us every chance, every time that we need him to.
All right, we'll see. I told Enz hop in. He's on the stream right now, but I'm trying to get him.
Okay. So really quickly, do I go for this touchdown right now? I think I'll be covered. Or do I field goal? You think don't worry about the field goal, take the points? There's no way. Yeah, no, didn't have the time. Could have called that one.
Shut up.
Hashtag We Are the Alliance by RBA News Center. Don't worry, RBA News Center. We're not stealing your content. He said we were stealing his content earlier. We're doing this on our plan. We're just out here having fun.
We're just vibing to vibe. And week 15, we're gonna play the Pirates again. That is twice in 3 weeks. This time, it's a home game for us though. So let's get this underway, and hopefully we can have a little bit of a better showing. We're gonna need to cut people out at some point. We're gonna have too many people in this stream. It's gonna be chaos. We'll rotate people through. Except Red Jackets, he has a permanent spot in here because he helped me get set up.
I'll take it.
I can dip out LA. No problem.
We'll definitely get you rotated back in, but yeah. Let's see if we can get Enz in here. And Tampa wants to join too, so got a busy night.
Oh yeah.
Okay, well, Aloof Balloon left, but we'll get him back in here.
At some point, hopefully, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so we're driving. I don't know if you caught that last score. If not, no worries, and I'll swing back.
I got you.
Okay.
Got you.
If
All right, Retro Enz, welcome to the live stream.
And can I be the first to say congratulations on your newly appointed championship? So everyone else here is currently muted, and we'd like to have you give a quick speech if you don't mind.
I'm completely and totally blown away and honored by this, guys. I can't say thank you enough. It was hard to go through a season like I did because it felt like a championship season, but I didn't get the division and I didn't get the championship at the end. The division wasn't there by a few points, and then pretty good showing in the Retro Bowl final, but to have this after a great season, you guys, this league is just amazing. You guys do such an amazing job with the organization you guys have. The camaraderie that's built through all this, guys, thank you. It's a truly an honor to be able to represent you guys, to represent the league like this.
Well, we're honored, and thank you very much for your kind words. It's such a, I can't say enough nice things about my fellow council members and about the captains who've stepped up to help us fulfill everything. This league works because we have a 5-man team who just kind of came into everything and said we're gonna not take anything personally and try to do everything by a consensus vote, and that's something that I think we have that's really unique. A lot of leagues have, a leader. We have a group of 5, and that council, I think, is what makes this unique, and just the engagement that we have from all you guys. It's awesome. It makes this, so fun for me, especially being somebody who doesn't put up the kind of points to win a championship. It's all about it is all about just the community that is being built up right now, and Ents, you're a huge part of that. You've been here for a while. I remember you came in and you put yourself down as the Middle Earth marching Ents, and I was like, this is a team this is what we created this for, was to have people create crazy teams and stuff that just you couldn't see in real life. What I wouldn't give to see Samwise Gamgee slinging the rock around,
Exactly.
but so really, I think you kind of took the spirit of this league and ran with it, which I always loved, and I'm super, excited to be able to award you with this title of season 3 champion, and we will make you the appropriate banners once Texas is probably up tomorrow. He's got familial stuffs tonight, so we're not gonna bug him too much, but super proud of you and all the work you put in. We remember entering your stats that season and being like, we're all rooting for you. So it's really cool to be here right now and say congrats.
Well, thank you, gentlemen. Honestly, an honor. It's a lot of fun. When I was in college, there was this. I went to a small college. We didn't have football. Played high school football.
Yeah,
didn't
me
have a
too.
football league 'cause
Same
it was a
here.
Christian college. So I started up a indoor 2-hand touch 4-on-4 football league, and it ended up being the largest student-run organization in this small university that I went to.
That's
so,
awesome.
This is just heyday stuff. Like making those stat sheets and then having guys come watch them. Because back in the day, I was printing it, putting it on Excel, putting it on my door in the dorms, and guys would be there all night long, and I just hear voices outside my door saying, "Oh, this is awesome!" All the stats and just the involvement of all the people and the camaraderie that comes from it. And so you're helping me live my heyday again. And thank you guys. This is just a lot of fun. Really appreciate it. You guys, heads up, or thumbs up to you guys. Awesome. Just amazing.
Thank you. We appreciate it for sure. It makes me think of I've been to 2 colleges. I transferred, and neither of them have had a football team, and that is the hardest thing for me as somebody whose football has been such a big part of my life. But getting the Retro Bowl started again, it's not football. I'm not getting out there and hitting people like I love so very much, but it is still just kind of cool to be involved in a football organization again, even if it's kind of through a weird means.
Yes, I totally agree. No, but you guys, and I'm also a nerd. I'm a business manager. I've been in the office for 9 consecutive years, running all kinds of spreadsheets. So, to see what you guys are doing, it just, I don't know, it hits all the right high points for me.
That's all Texas stars, and can't say enough nice things about the way this league is organized and what he's done for that.
Awesome. Kudos to him. Absolutely.
All right, so we're gonna get back on
I
everything,
appreciate
and
you, and
we're gonna get back to this game really quickly. Our quarterback has suffered a head injury. He's gonna be out for a game.
oh,
So that's a yikes, and that late interception that we threw puts us at a 32-19 victory. Um, really unfortunate. Kind of was hoping for a little more out of that game. We had a little more if we hadn't if we'd been a little more patient. So definitely feeling that one right now. We're gonna get an opportunity
Bo
to.
Allison.
Well, at least you're not the quarterback in that 222-0 game who got 2 concussions and ended up dragged off the field 3 times.
Is
Wait, what
that?
are you talking
Oh, that's that college game that like was just
Like
so.
1916.
Yeah.
The Georgia Bulldogs
Oh,
basically
yeah.
threatened a team which football team had just folded. So basically, they sent a bunch of law kids out to play arguably one of the best teams in college football at the time, and they lost 222-0.
Yeah, it was a slaughter. So where we are playing the Garbage today, the Las Vegas Garbage, who I they're still in the league, right? I need to update this if that wasn't obvious.
And they failed to score despite the fact that at one point Georgia just literally let them score, and the person kind of just fell over on his own.
Yeah.
Hey, that's how it be, you know? You gotta. They're law students. They're thinking about it legally, not sports mind.
So Liberty, I don't know if he's in the chat right now, but
Not right now.
so I think or not the chat, but the stream. But yeah, Liberty was making the point that he beat out a bunch of people despite being concussed this season and not playing. And yeah, we had 4 people from Ultimate not submit scores, and as a result, nobody will be relegated from Ultimate this season. I'm sorry, I should be better about talking and playing my games, but we're gonna try to get that going again.
I wonder how many seasons I can pull this off.
Hey, Cherry Blossom, you're doing great, honestly. Like, I give you props. I enjoy
It's
seeing your
like,
scores.
I'm not saying I'm doing bad. I think I'm doing decent. It's just that decent isn't like enough for this sort of thing, you know?
How do you think we feel? We're sitting there every season like we're gonna get relegated too.
Somehow I avoid I'm not avoiding relegation this season. I don't think so.
I mean, your playoff scores weren't terrible, so
Yes, they were.
I said they
I
weren't
mean,
terrible. They were bad, but
Playoff this time, so
What was that?
said that I managed net positive in the playoffs. I won by, I want to say 9 and then lost by 2.
Hey, you know, that's not bad. That's
God, I you know what I can't say enough about how much I hate playing with the backup quarterback.
he just throws like he throws everywhere, and you can't aim the ball, and you can't throw far, and it's
Yeah, but despite the fact that that almost went out of bounds, despite being a 2-yard toss, we managed to complete it. So we've got a touchdown here, and we're gonna go. It's gonna be 8-6 now, and we're gonna force a punt from the Garbage, and we are gonna. Okay, I thought we were gonna get picked off right there because this quarterback can't throw for crap. Yeah, it's these games are where I'm glad I have a running back where I can do a dump pass and stuff and not need to worry about these.
So, Ents, I'm just waiting on I think what am I waiting on? I'm waiting on a badge, and then we'll get you on the website. We'll get you announced and everything, and yep, that'll take care of that. Honestly,
Yeah, you know, and again, super proud of you, Ents, for all that work you put into just being in this league. I'd like to draw.
Yeah, I'd love to be more intricate, but real life calls too often with kids and whatnot. But man, lots of fun. Appreciate y'all.
You know, real life is more important as much as I love the RBA.
It's hard to put it down. Thanks, guys. I'm heading off to bed. Put my girls to bed now. Good luck.
All right,
appreciate
thank
Have a good
you.
night.
Have a good night, Ents.
See you guys.
Fun guy. That was awesome.
Yeah, no, he's been a part of this league. I think he was in the original 32 teams, I believe, or
I can find out. Let's find out. I
Yeah.
think he was too.
I
you know what he was. He was. You said he was the marching.
marching ants, yeah.
Yeah, marching ants. Yeah.
And just so cool to see him be as excited about this as he is, just because like a lot of the time we know everyone's excited, but it's cool to hear it from different people sometimes, and like we this is a labor of love for us. It's we're not getting anything out of it. Which this is going to be the time that I shamelessly plug our Patreon and say, hey guys, it costs us money to run this, and not only are we not getting any money out of it, we're putting a little money to keep this league running and pay for just the stuff we need to pay for to get our nice spreadsheets working and stuff. So. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to be plugging this, but really, it makes a huge difference in terms of like we want the RBA to be a thing that exists, post quarantine and post 2020 and all that, and
Right.
it would be really, really just a huge help to us if you guys, when you can, go and just chip in every little bit. Makes a huge difference for us, and we appreciate all those who can't, who put in time to this league and stuff. It is the players that make this league work. I've said that since we started it. So just thank you all for all the effort you guys put in. And I'm going to cry a little bit because I should have gotten a touchdown there at the end of the half and just didn't work.
Wolfpack's getting emotional on his stream. Over there, over on mine, he's just yelling, Tom Brady sucks on mine.
I never said Tom Brady sucked. I just said he hurt me. I just said he wounded me.
I know. I just gotta say what I heard.
He should have retired, man. Joe Montana said it, and if Joe Montana said it, he's probably right.
No, I give him props. More money, right? What do I say? I'm a businessman. You gotta give him money.
All I'm saying is his wife makes so much money, he doesn't have to work a day in his life.
Oh, right.
At this point, it is entirely about proving that he can do it without Bill Belichick. And props to him if he can. And it looks like Tampa's joined the chat. Hey Tampa, what's going on?
Not much, you.
We're enjoying. It's going to be a long night of Retro Bowl still to go for us. I think I've still got 2 more games after this one, and or maybe
more games.
Well, okay, so this is week 16. Yeah, so I have another game to go in the regular season, and then I still have my playoffs to play. We're gonna be going all night, 'cause we can. It's gonna be like 11 by the time I'm done, and that's fine.
Hey, you know what? We love these all night streams.
We got an interview coming in about a half hour for you guys.
Fantastic. We're excited about it for sure. Your interview guest is somebody who I definitely have wanted to see interviewed since the day he walked in this league. So,
hey, Aloof Balloon, I gotta give him props. Like, I know we talk crap about the foundation, but he was like, I'm protecting this league. This is my home. Like,
and it may be an excuse for his scores, but it's fine, and we appreciate the energy that he brings to this league each and every day. He's one of the most active people on the Discord, and he's definitely has one of the biggest personalities in this league, and in a positive way. And that is something that is so important for something like this, to have guys like that.
And sadly, he was an active advocate for Mr. Irrelevant, and from the looks of it,
he wouldn't get it anyways. I think we need to have a Mr. Irrelevant, and it's not going to be Aloof Balloon the first time, and that's going to feel wrong.
True, but hey.
So Blossoms, if you're still with us, let me bounce some ideas off you. Are you still there, Blossoms?
Yeah.
All right. So, what would be something to entice you to help support the league? Like, would it be merchandise, maybe like a charity stream kind of style thing?
I'm not 100% sure myself because I just simply don't have the money to spend.
Understandable.
I mean, say you did theoretically, and like I know it's harder to talk theoretical. Like I know I'm strapping for cash because of just current world events and stuff. But say you had,
Merch would be cool.
you think merch would be something people might be interested in?
Like, if
What
teams
would-
are fine with it, like get teams on shirts, or if that's not already a team.
So what
Yeah.
kind of merch? Other word, like what kind of merch would you want? then. Like if I had a
like maybe a shirt or a mug or whatever.
Do you
Okay.
think your shirt would have to be a team shirt? Or do you think an RBA like just stuff about the RBA would be enough to entice people?
Maybe like an RBA wide one, but I was thinking more team one.
okay, that's interesting.
Maybe like a specific, hey, this team won this season or whatever.
Yeah, okay. Like a champion shirt.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going through some options. I'm waiting on a couple more permissions, and yeah, we'll see. I'm not gonna spoil too much. Like I said, I'm waiting on permissions. There's no guarantee we'll get them. So
But if we do, there may be things in the future at some point.
yeah.
Yeah, aloof. Who was it that came in and totally blew him out of the water for Mr. Irrelevant?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know idea.
Never.
Where would it be at?
just look at total scores and look at whoever has the lowest PD.
Oh, okay, I got you. Public.
Yeah.
That's going to be Sniffers with negative 132.
Yeah, I'm right now. I'm looking at just this rush that's being brought on me, and it's like I need an offensive line. We're talking. I'm throwing the ball on 4th and 16 because I got sacked 3 plays in a row. These Rams are bringing the blitz because I think that's the team they're modeled after. But this was originally the California Scourgers, who are no longer in the league, but they were one of our original teams in the Pacific Conference back when that was still a thing. And I believe their mascot was a waffle, which was just really interesting.
Is week 16 30 to 12 or 38 to 12?
I'd have to look. So
right.
I'll take a pause after this game so we can enter me in and see how poorly I did this season. But considering these games haven't been terrible, there's a slight hope that maybe I avoid that relegation tourney, but I don't think so. I think I'm still going to end up there one way or another.
Honestly,
Oh,
sorry.
I found on like the league just with the AIs, there's 2 teams that did worse than the worst player.
Who are
being
those?
Providence and Brooklyn.
Oh, really?
The teams I want to say had like minus 123 and minus 141. They went 3-12-1 and 2-13-1 respectively. The one with the worst record getting the slightly higher point differential.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's something interesting when looking at. Wow, that was a terrible throw, and I needed that on 3rd and long. God,
wow, look.
I'm debating punting right now. I haven't done that since the RBA became a thing. No, we're gonna go for the deep pass and hope that it pays off, and it will. Longest pass through the air. Actually, we just set that record in our save file. And we're gonna try to take this all the way. And we're going to get it. That's going to be a 58-yard touchdown to Mosley on 4th and 22. Sometimes you just got to go for it. And that really paid off there. We used, I think, all our audibles to make that one happen. But, sometimes you need it. And we actually got a pick right now. And now we're going to have the ball again. 51 seconds in the first half. We have the ball on the 16-yard line. And we're gonna try to score again here. The Rams, once again, bringing blitz heavy. But we've got enough time.
I'm mad at Gladiators right now.
Why?
He has stolen the best PD in a single game from Entz by 1 point. So Gladiators had a 73, which was set this season, and Entz had a 72, which was set in season 3.
I can't even be mad at him because he set a 73 like PD game. I wish I could. My highest has been 70, and even then, that was like I threw 70 PD in one game, and I think I've only hit above 60 2 or 3 times. So that was kind of a shock for me when I did that, and that was not even in this league. That was on a personal hard save. We're going to get a breakaway here by Mosley down the sideline. He's gone for 39 yards. Quite the run, and we're going to get another long pass here, hopefully, if the offensive line can hold up, and they will, and a bomb, longest pass through the air of 29 yards. And now it's just a matter of scoring. We're going to go to the ground game here and get stopped about half a yard short.
So Tampa, you have any insight onto like the Pacific League East or the Premier League East? Sorry.
Not really any insight as of right now, but I do
All
have
right.
some insight on some records.
Okay. What's up with these records?
Passer rating for the past 3 seasons, including this season, since he's already submitted his scores this season, is the Chicago Rams' Dishon Dahul,
Nice.
who's gotten a near perfect QBR rating for the past 3 seasons.
I want his QB, honestly.
I mean, it's not just the QB; it's the guy who's running him. And let me tell you, Rams is a beast.
He is.
He scares me just a little bit.
He was. Were we talking to him earlier on the? No, that was Aloof Balloon. I don't think Chicago Rams in the phone yet.
No, we got Ince on the phone. We did not get Chicago Rams on the line just yet. But this has been interesting, and definitely like looking at the popularity of having a bunch of people kind of hop on and off. Definitely something we might look at doing in the near future with these streams. I think it's cool to get just commentary from other people around the league. You know, it's
I definitely enjoyed bringing you and Gladiators in Texas in at that one point, just to talk about the RBA and football, because it's just like I like you guys listening to just my voice, but I also like you guys having to able to listen to other people. So
and we threw another pick here, and we really shouldn't have. That was kind of just a bad throw, and we're up by 21 right now. So we've got a chance to really run away with this one. We've done a decent job of countering the Rams blitz, and they've been coming hard all game. I need them to kind of take a break so I can get a couple of these deep balls out, but no, they're going to come and sack me right now. So really no such luck, and we're going to actually throw to the tight end for the first time tonight. For a solid pickup there when we really needed it on third down. We're struggling here. This Rams team has run just blitzes all night. And really not the Rams. I have the Rams as another team. I'm talking LA Rams because these are their colors, and I really need to go and update these teams. But
Yeah.
the California Scourgers, which was really just a weird name and difficult to pronounce, but the guy who did it was pretty cool and pretty active for a while. Disappointing to see him go. I just think he felt he might not be able to keep up, and that was back when we only had the Premier League. So I think he kind of realized that he wasn't in the top echelon and said that's enough for me. And disappointing for us when that's a reason for a guy to go. We try to hold on to people because they love just the group of people that we've brought here. So we're gonna. For Red Jackets' sake here, so Red Jackets, here's my week 13 to 15. I'm gonna pull up in the
right.
thing, and we've got a win in week 13, 24 to 9. A win in week 14, 38 to 6.
Okay,
A win in week 15, 32 to 19.
got it.
A win in week 16, 30 to 12. Unfortunately, not 38.
30. Okay. 32. What?
12.
Okay, and what was week 17?
Week 17 was 46 to 17.
46 to 70. Where this puts you? It is going to put you in 28th. Wait, hold on. It's not updated. Yep. Hold on.
I was going to say, ouch, even with all the work I put in
27th. 27th.
here. Wow. All this effort, and I'm in 27th. That's painful. That hurts a little bit. Ouch. Okay.
But in the best, all the computers wouldn't have missed the relegation play.
Right, yeah. The best teams go. Yeah, they all getting relegated.
Yeah, I mean, it's
No, I'm even the Ultimate League, they would have pulled 9th.
I think this was interesting. Looking at the highest point differential besides me, because according to this game, I had a 426 point differential over 17 games, which is really not good. Last season, I had a 530 over my 17 games, or 16 games. So, really, really disappointed to see such a drop off this year. And we knew it was going to be a rebuilding year, but still painful. But the highest, we had a bunch of teams, the Trash Pandas and the Tide, like the best teams in the NFC East and North, putting up negative point differentials, and my point differential of 426, which you can see the Alcoholic Pandas suffering for uh, at the bottom of the barrel here with a negative 243 point differential because I played them twice. But yeah, the closest AI team in this league was 300 points off of me, which is just kind of nuts when you think about like the amount of points that we're putting up compared to like what would be normal. But anyways, that's enough about that. We're gonna
Oklahoma City, which won their conference and then lost the Retro Bowl, went 14-1-1 with a plus 230.
That's pretty
In the
impressive.
relegation, they would have had to get 262 to beat the Blue Iguanas.
We're gonna keep rolling here with this stream and go on to the next game. So our first game, if the playoffs, our divisional round, is going to be versus the Tide, and we got lucky here. So we had a half-star defense and a 2.5-star offense for the Tide. So hopefully we can really steamroll in this first playoff game and build up a head of steam and not be too worried about starting off bad here. We're gonna get an 18-yard pickup to start across midfield, and it's at this point it is all about just got to get that point differential up in the playoffs. That's all that matters. We've got 2 teams are getting relegated, so all I have to beat is Red Jackets and one other, and I have not looked at the scores. I do not know what I need to get.
I don't know either. It's not popping up yet.
For playoffs.
Yeah, it's not popping up yet.
Really? So. Okay, well, either way, yeah, I have no advantage. I choose to not really look at scores because, A, it doesn't normally matter for me, and B, Gladiators enters them all anyways. So,
right, yeah, I'm entering yours, so I'm stuck on this sort of sheet right now.
Yeah, this is the first time in how long?
I've entered scores once before because everyone else decided to abandon me that night, but I got them done.
I've done it too. I got abandoned the one night at the end of the season, but that's all right. It happens sometimes. So we're real life does call, and we try so hard to keep this coming despite us having stuff to do in real life and keep our schedules going and all that. Only reason I was late with my games this week is because I was on Red Jacket's stream, which isn't really real life, but it's an excuse to not be playing my games because I wanted to stream them for you guys, and that ended up with some cool stuff. We got Ents on and got to talk about him, being awarded the Season 3 championship, which was really cool. Ents is a really cool guy. We've had nothing but good things to say about him since he came in this league. So it was really, really cool to be able to, I don't want to say posthumously, but after the fact award Ents that title.
Right. So Tampa and Blossoms, do you guys like the live streams? Do you like the content that we're bringing to this?
Oh, I just kind of wanted to listen and chat. I wasn't actually watching the live stream since it would have had the feedback.
Yeah, right. So what I did? Yeah, what I did is I put Red Jacket's stream on when I'm in it, and I just mute his YouTube video so I'm not getting the feedback. That works all right for that, but yeah, I mean, and the stream is just to have something in the background while we talk normally. I know the first couple of streams I actually spent a stream trying to announce Red Jackets games, and that was interesting.
It was fun, but yeah, it was difficult because
we've kind of come to the realization that trying to narrate these games exclusively just isn't the greatest content, because even though like it's somewhat interesting, there's just more to be said if you can get somebody else in and talk about just football. I mean, I think we're all football fans, and whether that's Retro Bowl Alliance or that's like the NFL or even college, not that Red Jackets or I follow college football.
Nope. I don't understand it, but hey.
All I know is that there are a lot of people and they all hate each other. That's all I understand.
I root for Clemson. That's about it, because that's the nearest college. Or I'm not a Gamecocks fan, but yeah, I'm closer to Gamecocks, but nope.
I root for U Michigan because my cousin went there, and that's it.
I'm voting for them because my cousin went there.
Well, that's the only connection I have to a football playing college. Both my parents, if you look in the FCS chat, I actually mentioned briefly, both my parents went to California Polytechnic, which is like a Division 3 or 2 or 3 college with no decent football team. Um, so it's just interesting when you look at like some people have family that went to like huge football schools and stuff. I didn't have that. I've always been a pro football guy. So for college, it's like this is the closest thing I have to a hometown team or what have you. Besides, I live in like New England. We don't have good football teams. Like,
Especially the Patriots, they suck.
yeah, you know, really,
Well, I go to
really terrible.
D3, and then that's also in the town is D2 because there's 2 colleges in the town.
Yeah, I the closest thing to a college. I mean, UMass Amherst has a team, and they get people sent to the pros and stuff, so that's cool. But like, Amherst is so far away from me. Like, I couldn't go to a game if I wanted to. Girlfriend's sister lives out there, and that's like an hour and a half drive, and I don't want to make that for a football game unless it's like seeing the Pats
Or your
again.
girlfriend's sister.
Oh, I go to see her sister occasionally because I drive her to see her sister, and but I'm not going to do it for football. That's
It was a joke.
that was a yeah, huh? You're funny. You're funny, Red Jackets.
I know, I am.
You have other jokes, but I'm not going to repeat them in this stream.
I don't think we can because we get in trouble with YouTube.
Those weren't the jokes I was talking. Oh yeah, maybe. Would we?
I don't know, you know?
It
Worst
I-
thing, worst try.
Yeah, I don't want to be the one of us to get kicked off YouTube. I'll do it in your stream.
Oh, yeah, thanks.
We're gonna get a big pass here to Mosley. And we're gonna get a nice 38-yard pickup inside the red zone now. We're having a good first game of these playoffs. We're really pushing to, keep ourselves in this. We have 32-6 right now, which is a good first game. We're gonna get another touchdown here, and we're gonna try to make this 40-6 if we can get this 2-point, which we will.
Welcome, Chuck Nut Bay Geoducks to the stream.
You say that 5 times fast.
Chuck Nut Bay Geoducks. Chuck Nut Bay.
Okay, that's enough.
Okay.
Gooey ducks, actually.
What was that?
It's gooey ducks, is how it's pronounced.
It's
Oh, it's
pronounced
gooey ducks.
gooey
Wow.
ducks. I'm gonna
Gooey ducks.
turn you up so I can hear you a little better. There we go.
Geoducks. I like that name.
It's interesting.
Beautiful clam. Looks like a. You look up like a gooey duck. It looks
Never.
Like a giant.
I don't know in what setting I would look at a gooey duck ever.
I just looked it up.
You just looked it up.
Hold on, here. I'm gonna put this in.
Really quickly, we're gonna talk game for a second because we just had a big 39-yard touchdown run by Mosley. 16 seconds remaining on the clock, so we are gonna get a big score here, 48-6. So a 42-point differential, which for me is really good. Unlike some people who are putting up 50 points every game, I just don't do that. Yeah, Rams, so you're back. All that's happened is I'm still mediocre. But we're into the playoffs at this point. I finished 27th in the league, which is a disappointment considering that I was 26th before that last stretch of games, and I thought I had a good last stretch, and apparently not. That is a gooey duck. So yeah, Rams, we have the Chuckanut Bay Gooey Ducks, who I thought it was Geoducks the entire time that he's been in this league. Yeah, sorry to Seattle Spikes in the Discord right now, who has no idea what's happening. This is interesting for sure. So, all right, we're gonna upgrade our defensive back Headland. We're gonna give him a little more speed because I think that's a really important stat for them. And we're gonna enter. You guys are gonna get to see my playoff scores real early, or I guess a day early. 48-6 is the first one, so that's solid. And we're gonna go on to our NFC Championship versus your your RBA owner, Phoenix, and who is now in Foundation League because he took a season away and decided to come back, and he's having, I think, decent luck down there, although not
He's in
fantastic.
Ultimate. I think he's in Ultimate now.
Oh, did he get moved up? He might have. I lost track. But we're gonna play against Phoenix, who in this game is somehow 11-5, despite having a 4-star defense and a 3.5-star offense, which is pretty solid. So they're gonna try to score on me, and they're gonna end up only settling for a field goal.
RBA bot is broken. Sleeping apparently. RBA bot is asleep.
Well, it's
Gosh dang it.
it does be like
Now
that
they can't get
sometimes.
their form. I don't even know. I don't even know what the form link is anymore. Honestly.
I don't know if it matters for me. I'm not gonna have any MVP candidates. Maybe also,
No, someone.
Wait,
Form.
and we're gonna get picked off here because I'm stupid and threw a pick. And somehow they're not gonna get a touchdown, so we're gonna keep it a 1-score game here.
At the people who are offline on Discord, it looks like the RBA bot has left the server.
What?
I don't
The
see
RBA
on
bot
how-
has left the server. I look in bot commands. Would it
I don't
tell us if it
yeah.
RBA bot left the server at
Well, I
9:25?
can't even access the website that RBA bot had. Like the website to manage RBA bot.
That's. I wonder if something happened with. They might have had like a bigger problem.
Yeah. RBA bot left the server.
He'd had enough of us.
RBA bot left.
So
He just quit.
I think maybe look up Me6 and see if like other people are having problems with him right now, because it's quite possible that they're having like a bigger issue than just our bot.
Yeah, hold on. Let me hop over to another server right now. They have Me6 at bot. Come on. Bot.
to the
Shake your
Me
bot.
6 support.
Well, I can't even get on the website, so I think the entire bot is just down all around. Hold
I was
on.
able to get onto the website, so
Interesting. So maybe Me6 or RBA bot just hates us.
Maybe he'd had enough of our shit.
Hey.
So to the Chuckanut Bay Gooey Ducks, since everyone's wondering why the hell you would name your team after a gooey duck, I'm gonna ask you, why have you named your team after the gooey duck?
So I play for a local rugby team, and that's our name, Chuckanut Bay Goo. So I just figured keep it because I wasn't.
That's, I have mad respect for whatever crazy person decided to name their team that.
They're a local delicacy. Gooey ducks are a big thing over here, Pacific Northwest.
I got family in Oregon. I've never had a gooey duck. Chicago Rams, I hope we will treat RBA bot better when they come back. And people say escargot isn't that good, but that's a delicacy in France, and I happen to think escargot is fantastic, but I know that that's not a popular opinion.
Yeah, I've never had a gooey duck. Our rugby team tends to go by Chuck because we don't really want to be the gooey ducks, but they're like.
Why not just rename your team?
Us. Like when we're like counting off, like we just say Chuckanut. We really identify as. I don't really identify as gooey duck, but it's like that.
I mean, why not just get a name change though? I mean, that's theoretically possible.
Oh, it'd be super easy, but I think it's just traditional.
Traditions, like you can't. Gotta be those gooey ducks.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, so we're having a good game here. I'm gonna bring us back to the stream real quick. We're 22-6 against the Phoenix right now, and we're stupid and just got sacked. So it's gonna be 3rd and 6 now, but I think that's gonna be something we can rally from. And yeah, we'll get a 7-yard pickup there to complete for the first down, and we're gonna just keep moving this football. I remember getting like 2nd in Pacific year 1 or something, or maybe it was just the first deadline. I don't know, but it was some point early on, and then it was like I can't do anything anymore. I'm no longer any good. And that realization hit me like a ton of bricks. Not really. I already knew I was kind of bad. Really quickly, shout out to the RBA bot who's back in the server, who apparently decided it would put up with our abuse a little longer. We love you, RBA bot. Don't leave.
Just to let you guys know, the interview with Aloof Balloon is set to release at 10:30.
Awesome. So we should maybe be wrapped up by then. I'm debating doing the draft tonight. I've put it on. Is Red Jackets gonna be awake enough? We got one more game after this one, which we're already in the 4th quarter, and then hopefully we can run the draft too, because why not? We're already
RBA
here.
bot lives. Perfect. Sorry.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna do my draft. I'm gonna do my draft on Monday. That's the thing.
Yeah,
Start of the season.
I would get it, but I want to get it done. I've been anxious about getting some new players on this roster for a week now, and really, I'm tired of being in the relegation zone, and I think that with a couple other players, I think I can turn this around. Only 2 people get relegated this season from Premier because we've had some drops. So I'm hoping that'll play to my advantage, and I'm not sitting here like desperately trying to avoid that relegation.
Got to grasp onto whatever hope we have.
Yeah, I mean, being 27th, not the worst spot to be, but still in that relegation pool. And at the end of the day, that's what matters.
Right now, the play rating for wide receivers to beat is 1,178.3.
So really quickly,
Wow.
I'm gonna mute everybody who's not Force RBA. Welcome to the chat. Good to have you, man.
Thank you.
Really, really good to see you. You've been a huge part of our work here, getting in on the leadership early, and then just good work by you to help with that, and then further help with the Texans. I think you are the only, if I remember correctly, member of this league who is currently residing in Asia. Correct me if I'm wrong, though.
You're correct. Yeah, I'm a elementary physical education teacher in Yangon, Myanmar. My wife and I are currently stranded in Phuket, though, as we parted Myanmar because Thailand's medical care is much better than Myanmar's. So we decided it was best to get out of Myanmar as quickly as we could, but it's been hard to get off of Phuket. We can head back to the U.S. to finish out the school year teaching online.
Yeah, that's something you could definitely, probably there's a demand for that right now, if you're at all capable. Good to have you here. Gladiators, welcome back. Good to have you here as well.
Happy to be here.
So we're currently right now, if you are anybody who's unaware of our position, we are playing through our Retro Bowl because we just decided to roll ahead and play Week 13 through the draft. So we're grinding. We're in the Retro Bowl right now against the Bulldogs. We've had a solid showing in the first 2 games. We will easily beat out the Red Jackets unless we get blown out here, but I don't think that's going to happen.
Yeah. We're gonna get
relegated.
We're planning on it.
Which just means I only have to beat one other team, which I think is going to be possible, which is where I was going with that. So
I just need 2 people to forget to submit their scores. Can someone do me a favor? I think one did. Yeah, one did. So I just need 2 more.
Oh, one forgot to submit scores? Who forgot to submit? Rothbardians?
Yeah, Rothbardians.
Okay, so that means we need one person to either forget to submit their scores or do a little worse than Red Jackets.
The him who should not be named, Rothbardians, and then I'm in 30th. Yep.
Well, and Blue Arrows had also dropped, so you only need one other.
Yes. All right, I can do this, boys. Come on.
You might be able to avoid relegation. Are you gonna put in my scores, or do I need to be worried that you Gladiators? You're here. I'm gonna have you put in my scores to make sure that they actually get entered.
Wow.
Because I'm afraid that Red Jackets here might forget to enter my scores.
All right. Let me know what they are.
As soon as I'm done with this Retro Bowl, I'll be able to tell you. It'll be a minute. We're in the second quarter still, but it is. It's gonna be curious to see who takes that last relegation spot from Premier League. I don't think it's a lock for anybody right now. I think Red Jackets could still had a good enough playoff showing to beat out somebody, and we will see.
Yeah, I only scored 6 points in that Retro Bowl.
Well, and, we're going up right now, and we're at 24-0 against the London Bulldogs in the Retro Bowl. Good to see them here. A London team. So basically, the Jacksonville Jaguars in the Super Bowl. Imagine that, guys. That's basically what this is.
Never gonna happen.
I mean, they got Gardner Minshew, and have you seen that man's mustache? I think it's quite possible. So we're gonna get picked off again because we're dumb, but luckily the Bulldogs aren't gonna score off of it before the first half is gonna end. So we're gonna grind here and jump ball for 16-yard completion to Mosley. We're really, I'm not gonna say we're desperate here, but we're getting desperate. Just really concerned about kind of where we're going to stand at the end of this season. We're, despite some pretty solid games down the stretch, really just not the end of season result that we were hoping for. So we're hoping that our playoff scores are going to be a little bit more in keeping with what we want, and get to keep us in the Premier League, and hopefully pass this not relegation year, this rebuilding year into a year where we could actually hit the middle of the table again. That's kind of our goal at this point, is to be in that top 16, if only barely. We have a good showing in this Retro Bowl so far, though, 32-0, which really, just great considering we're in the second half, already putting up, towards the end of the third quarter, but 32 points is pretty solid. It's no 76-3 game, but I think it'll be enough. And so, Tampa, I have a question for you, sir. And my question would be, if there was anybody in the RBA who you have not interviewed, who you want to, who is that?
I would love to interview the winner for this season, that's for sure.
Yeah, so whoever wins this season, you want to try and get him on the phone?
Yeah.
Well, we will do what we can to make that happen. And we're going to get some defenders running in the opposite direction of the end zone to clear a path, and we're going to get a touchdown right there. It is about to be 40-0 in the Retro Bowl at the end of the third quarter.
And I have some news.
Sure, hit us.
Next week or maybe the week after that, we might have Chicago Rams on.
That'd be really cool. We're a big supporter of the Rams as the premier West team. So it'd be really cool to get them on the tape and saying hi. I don't love to hear what their tips for success are, considering how good they've done repeatedly. And of course, our season 2 champions were the Rams, and they've been a competitor in this league since the very beginning. So it would be really cool to see what they've got to say about what are their tips and tricks to success, and just their amazing quarterback play. I don't know if they've been picked at all over the course of the last 4 seasons.
Yeah, definitely. It's since I've taken SPQR spot on doing the all alliance stuff. It's
The
definitely
name we
been a
shall
lot.
not say.
And we're gonna really quickly put an F in the chat for me hitting a doink on a last second field goal in this retro bowl. We were really
Double doink.
No, this one was just a single doink, but we just
doink.
not having a kicker makes that accuracy kind of difficult. But we're gonna win this retro bowl 40-8. Gladiators, if you're still here, I got the scores already for you, sir.
Oh, give me 1 second here.
Yes, sir.
Trying to figure out something about another score.
We're gonna.
Give
Those
me
are.
the last trip. Okay.
Oh,
Let's
and
hear it. What you got?
we've
Playoff
got our screen. Red Jackets was nice enough to enter our season our 13-17 scores, but I have your playoffs for you right here, and our divisional playoff we won 48-6.
You cut out, so I didn't get that.
Sure. So yeah, 13-17 should already be entered by Red Jackets, but our divisional playoff we won 48-6.
Okay.
Our championship game we won 38-15. I almost read 88 by accident. That'd be quite impressive.
There's the reason the 8s are tough to see. I have to double check every time.
Yeah, so that's 38-15 for the championship game, and then for the Retro Bowl, 40-8.
You cut out again. What was the Retro Bowl?
40-8.
42.
8.
8.
Yep,
8.
40 to 8.
Got it.
40 to 8.
40 to 8.
40 to 8. Yep.
A
Yep.
lot more painful than it should have been.
All right. Well, it's done now, so we're gonna move on to this next season here. We're gonna reject all offers from teams because we are the best. Week 1 of next season, we're gonna be playing the Gladiators, so be sure to come out for that. I probably will. I'm just gonna take a sneak peek at. Oh, I need to do my draft. That's right. Free agents. So we've got a couple. We've got McKever, who's a 4.5-star defensive back, and we've got Sean Headland, who's about to be a 4.5-star defensive back. They're asking for some decent money, but they're both guys who I'm happy to pay considering just how well they've done. So we're gonna go ahead and sign both of them right now, and we are gonna, I think, sign Romer and then trade him for the second-round draft pick that he's gonna give us. So that'll put us at, I think, 3 second-round draft picks. We're going to take the 5% hit on the salary cap. And we're going to take a look at this draft right here, boys. So right off the bat, I see a couple wide receivers who might be worth grabbing. And we see a linebacker right here that we might try and take in the second round. So let's take a look at these wide receivers. We've got one that's a 4-star potential and not as good speed or stamina. We got another one that much better stamina, including his stamina potential is a little better, and he's definitely got a better speed potential. He's going to take some upgrades, and that kind of mediocre stamina is not fantastic. We're going to sign him in the first round because we need another receiver for this core. We're not doing too hot in our receiving. So we're going to sign him there, and we're going to take a look at the second round of this draft now. Really quickly, just the player quality drops off in these drafts, and this is where the question becomes: I have 4 second-round picks, just because of my wheeling and dealings. We're gonna go ahead and sign an offensive lineman real fast. We've been talking about doing that, so we're gonna do that now. 2.5 stars, and we're gonna take a look down the line here. We may come back for another one, but I think we want to sign. We've got a 4-star potential linebacker right here in Desmond Leno, and we're going to sign him. And we've actually got a full roster right now, so I'm kind of wondering if that Leno signing was the greatest idea. But he's solid enough, and I think just looking at wide receivers right now, I think Mosley might be out the door. Unfortunate, but, he's got a year left in his contract. We can trade him, free up that space. We got 60 coaching credits, so I think we're going to pick up a lineman in free agency. But what we're going to do then is we're going to take these picks for an extra 6 coaching credits and this last pick for an extra coaching credits. We just got an extra 7 coaching credits there. And that's the last thing we're going to do. Let's go sign a free agent offensive lineman. Here we go. Max Sanu, max strength and tackling. Kind of meh on the stamina, but I really don't think it matters. He's asking $19 million for 3 years. I don't have a problem giving it to him because with a stacked O-line, hopefully we can get this ball to our new wide receiver pretty quickly. And with that, guys, that's going to be the end of our stream. We've built a 5-star offense for the first time in this game. 5 seasons in, which is really, boo me, but I've been focusing on that defense. So great of you guys to come out. Thank you all, and we will hopefully see you before too long.
Cut again. Hopefully Monday. I'm coming back out stream Monday. I don't know about Wolfpack. I can't hear him anymore.
We're going to see what we can do, hopefully Monday. All right, guys. Thank you for your time.
Oh.